I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is go on dates and enjoy yourself. I got an email here. It's the second one I've gotten from a guy that I wrote an article using one of his emails several weeks ago. And I think the title of the article is She's Constantly on My Mind. But here's basically the update. When he originally wrote me, it was about an ex that was, jerking him around, blowing him off. And so in this new letter, I told him to do was to focus on meeting new women, practicing pickup dating, relationships, all that stuff, so he can improve his skills. And so he says, in my first letter, I mentioned my experience with internet dating, which is going well. In the beginning, I would initiate contact with women I had interest in, but not one replied back with any interest. On top of going through a breakup and no reaction from the internet, I started to think I may never be involved with another woman sexually again. Big fear that a lot of guys have. And that is a really big fear to pay attention to, because what that fear often causes guys to do is to start chasing and trying to force things to happen, because you think, this is the only one I got, this is the last chance I'm ever going to have, better not fuck this up. That's just the way guys think. Then one day I noticed women initiating contact with me, and those are the ones I should try to make things happen with. What a novel idea. And so he's got his internet profile, so he burned himself out by just sending a shitload of emails to random women, and nobody replied. And so he did what I told him to do in the Ultimate Online Dating Profile article that I wrote, which you can just Google my name, Corey Wayne, the Ultimate Online Dating Profile, and that'll come up for you on Google search. And so basically women read the profile, and what it makes them do psychologically is like, oh, that's me. That's exactly, you just described me. And that's the mentality of when they start writing a letter to you, a response. They're in a way just saying, ooh, hey, they're not going to say that, but it's basically what they're doing is going, hey, I think I meet that criteria. Hopefully you'll get in touch with me. And it's a completely different way to go about dating, whereas when you're chasing and you're sending emails, you're putting a lot of effort, a lot of energy, and you want to work smarter, not harder. Take the path of fucking least resistance. Set up a great profile, and it'll automatically spit out great candidates for you, because women will be trying to communicate to you why they're the perfect match for you, and so that puts the rejection shoe on their foot instead of yours, and that's the best place to be. So he says that the women I meet are beautiful, but I don't let that affect me. I stay in my center and core. I feel like I make mistakes on dates, but I make sure I don't repeat them again with anyone else I may go out with. So it's a learning experience after each date that makes me stronger and more aware each time. Last week I had a date with someone new. I didn't feel a high level of interest in her, and I moved on. This is what would happen. For a lot of guys, rejecting women is a completely fucking new experience. I know the first couple times, I blew off a girl who was a fucking Playboy model. On our first date, she showed me her fucking pictures, nude pictures. And I blew this girl off because she was a fucking mess. She was fucking smoking hot, unbelievably beautiful. But she was dumb as a bag of hammers, and she had no fucking personality, and I didn't really think she had much integrity. But the old me would have only looked at her looks and just put her on a pedestal like, oh, your highness, you're amazing. But that's what starts to happen. You use these techniques, and you start realizing that, once you get past the first, second, third, fourth date with these women, you're looking at them going, no, I'm not going to go out with her again. I don't care how hot she is. Because you realize you have choices. You have options. This Friday I have a date with a new woman, and I'm going to see how this turns out. But the more women I interact with and sleep with makes me stronger. I stay in my center no matter what, and I'm looking forward to dating more as they come along. After the date, if I feel there is nothing or there is something to involve my time, I would wait until she contacts me. Now I don't hear anything from her a few days. I would make contacts via text or a phone call and feel her vibe to determine if I'm wasting my time. And if I feel I am, I move on no matter how attractive she is, because I'm never going to waste precious time on women who don't want to be bothered like I did with my ex. Very, very smart man. See, here's a guy who's had a lot of pain in relationships. He's got to the point where he said, enough of this shit. I'm tired of getting fucking jerked around, and if I don't see any interest from the chick on the other side, if I'm having to work too hard, on the date, if I'm trying to work too hard to keep the conversation going, she's fucking out of here. That's the way you should be. Because most guys are like, please, please love me, please, please love me, please accept me, please choose me. And when you act that way in your words and in your thoughts and on your body language and how you carry yourself, you're always going to get fucking rejected. I did not let it down, and I wouldn't want it to happen to me again. Thinking about my ex is the last thing on my mind now. All I do is plan dates, go on dates, and enjoy myself. What a novel idea. That's exactly what you should be doing, man. Good fucking job. Now, the hardest thing for me to do is to make a decision of who I want to spend time with. I got 2 women sexually, and I'm always looking for the next one, and I always practice safe sex. Very smart guy again. Thanks again, Corey. My eyes and thoughts are more in tune with the manhood that is a 3% man, and I'm just getting started. That's great. That's what you need to do. You need to apply the feedback, and you need to use your fuck-ups and your failures and your heartbreaks and the pain of rejection. You need to use that to motivate yourself to do the right things going forward. Because at the end of the day, when you violate the principles that I talk about and I teach, you're going to get rejected and you're going to have heartache. And I'd much rather you learn this stuff so you avoid all of it, so you can just simply do like what this guy's doing, which is go out on dates and have a good fucking time. And if the chick's great and she's got a good attitude and you have fun, then you invite her out for a second date. And if not, you blow her off and you never fucking call her again. You just move on to the next one. And when you do that, it builds your confidence, it builds your skills, because repetition is the mother of skill. And eventually what's going to happen to this guy, he's going to be thinking, no big deal. He's going to meet a girl, and he's going to go out with her, and she's going to be not only drop-dead gorgeous, but she's going to really dig him, and he's going to really dig her. And because he's gone on so many dates and he's practiced this shit so much, it's going to become just like breathing. He doesn't have to think about it anymore at that point. So when you don't have to think about it, you just always do the right thing. And so he's used to doing the right thing with other women, creating attraction, seducing them, getting laid. And so when a really super hot one comes along, she's just a lot more fun, and you're a lot more into her, and she's a lot more into you than the rest of the other people. And over time, you just start to spend more and more time with her and less time with the other women that you're dating. And eventually, she basically tells you that you're going to be her boyfriend, and you don't have a choice about it. That's pretty much the way it goes. I mean, obviously, you do have a choice about it, and that's why you don't need to bring up the topic of relationships or dating or any of that shit, because when she gets to a point and she realizes that she's in love with you and she thinks you're an awesome catch, she's going to do everything she can to get you all to herself. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going to my website, understandingrelationships.com, and on the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this video with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located right on the video, thanks to YouTube. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen. Send me 3 or 4 paragraphs max detailing your situation or your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a detailed response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of email from my paying phone coaching customers, and I obviously got to focus on their emails first, but be patient, and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the best way is to book a paid phone coaching session with me personally by going to my website, understandingrelationships.com, click the Products tab, which is at the top of your screen on any of the pages of my website, and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.